Hi 804 and 803, this is Miss Renner. Welcome to your first day of Google Classrooms. This video is to help you navigate the Google Classrooms websites for your ELA classes and to help you find an independent reading book online, just in case you don't have hard copy books at home. If you do have some books at home that you haven't read that are appropriate for 8th grade reading level or your reading level, feel free to read those books that you have available to you. But if you are interested in finding something different or you don't have options at home, this list is to help you and this video is to help you find books online. So both classrooms, happens to be 804's classroom, but both classrooms have a similar second half or classwork section at the bottom. We have our independent reading with your independent reading log and journal. We'll talk to you more about that tomorrow. We'll do a video for that tomorrow. Underneath your reading log and journal, you'll see your reading journal resources. This is everything that's in your reading journal pasted into the front and inside covers of your actual reading journal that we have at school. But because we're not keeping those right now, this is just an option in case you need a refresher or you need to refer to these documents. These are here for you. You don't have to do anything with them. They're just here for your reference. The online books resource list is another document. You don't have to do anything with it in terms of like editing or answering questions, but it is for your reference and it's to help you access online books. So one thing to keep note of here is underneath the general e-learning resources, you have your username and password tracker. That is an option for you if you want to keep track of your username and passwords. We created a form for you to do that. You do not need to turn it in. In fact, you should not turn it in. When you add to it, it will update and save automatically, as most Google documents do. And so this is just here for you as reference to help you keep track of all your usernames and passwords, because we are going to be doing a lot of different things online. So let's get into our online books resource list. It says the following: document list websites with free online books, check back frequently for updates. So it's been added to pretty sufficiently now. And here we have our online books resource list. The stars are our favorites. These are all different ways that you can access free books online. So there's Amazon. It's not starred, but it is an option. If we see bestsellers and children ebooks, you'll see that the top 100 free are listed on this page. A lot of Elmo stuff comes up. These might be great for little siblings, but you want to make sure that you're looking for more age-appropriate books. And we can see, even from the cover, kind of what might work more for 8th grade that probably would, and others that probably wouldn't be so good for 8th grade. So this is one option for you. It's not my favorite, but it's there at the start. And if you have an Amazon account, it should be easy to access. So that's your first option in alphabetical order. But the next one that we see is my favorite. It's archive.org or openlibrary.org. And so when you go to archive.org, you'll have to create a username. You have to create a login, and you'll have that option. But if you go to books and open library, I might even update the link so that you can see Open Library right there. You'll have create a profile or a login symbol up here. You want to do that. After you've created your profile, it'll be your email, your username, and your password. You'll have access to these books. And you'll see what I love about openlibrary.org is that you can get right to the book. You don't have to download an app. You don't have to go through something else. So for instance, if I want to read this Harry Potter book, I'm going to click on it. I am going to go into it, And actually, because I've already done this, it's now showing things a little bit differently. So let me go back to one that I haven't gone through already. And let's scroll through. Oh, Hunger Games. This is a great series. I highly recommend it. So we'll see that it says, okay, never mind. It's not actually different. I thought it was different because I had already gone into that Harry Potter one. But so we're going to hit borrow. And if you aren't already logged in, borrow won't be an option. It'll just tell you how long. There's usually limits. So there might be a 14-day limit, and then you'll run out, or you might be able to renew. You can view in different ways. You can do a 1-page view, a 2-page view, and you can zoom in or out. And when you use the arrow button, it'll go through, and you'll see it looks just like a regular book. So you'll be able to copy evidence and read as you go. You can also download a file that will still expire, just like the online version would. When you're finished with the book, after you've already read the whole thing, you can return it, and it will help you keep track of what you've taken out. So you'll see that. I'm going to return it just so I have access to other things. But this is a source that I highly recommend, so you can go through on your own and see. The next one, BookBub. This does give you a bunch of different free ebooks. It also gives you some books that are relatively inexpensive, although right now I would say let's focus on finding the free ones. So you can scroll down, you can see they say free. You have different options for how to access the books. This one does require more steps than the open library one, so it's not my favorite, but if you're looking for a certain genre or a certain type of book, you might find some different options here. The next one that we have is Goodreads. And here, some of these are classics. So Treasure Island, Pride and Prejudice, those are classics. But these are all books that are available to be downloaded for free through Goodreads.com. You see The Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank. That's a great option for later when we start our resilience module with the book Unbroken. One thing that I just remembered that I forgot to show you with archive.org or Open Library, you have our favorite book under books we love. Oh, there we go. To Kill a Mockingbird. So everybody should definitely go onto this website and download To Kill a Mockingbird. Hopefully we won't hit the limit. If you have it at home, you don't have to do this. But if you don't have it at home, now you do. There we go. It's a different cover than we're used to seeing. Okay, so then we have two other options here, Many Books and Mrs. P's. The Mrs. P's one is slightly for younger kids, but it's great if you want to take a little break and have a story read to you. I'm fine with that for, one day. You're not going to stick with Mrs. P's all day, every day. The New York Public Library, it's closed because of coronavirus, but now because it's closed, they have given us access to more books than ever and more materials and more online resources than ever. So here we have our eBook Central, 300,000 ebooks from the library that you can download or read from your device. You just need your library card information. So if you owe money on the library card, you might want to stick with openlibrary.org, but if your library card is all up to date, you should be able to use this no problem. And then this is what I use, Overdrive, through the library to get a larger, even larger assortment of eBooks, audiobooks. But there are many options here on New York Public Library to get audiobooks. If you do audiobooks, beware that when we need to respond in our reader's journal, that you have to include a direct quote, and it's much harder to do from an audiobook. So I would definitely suggest using eBooks. But if you feel like you can handle pulling evidence from an audiobook, which is one that you listen to and you don't necessarily have the text in front of you, if you think that you can pull evidence that way, it is an option. So that's up to you. If you want to read a magazine for a day or two, that's an option as well, but you're not doing it all the time every day. So there's a lot here on this New York Public Library website, and hopefully you'll use this as an opportunity to get familiar with all the amazing resources that they have. The last two options listed are Oxford Owl and Project Gutenberg. Those are up to you if you want to go through. The last one is a lot of pretty old classic books though, so if you want something a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more like what you've been looking for in the books that we've been trying to add to our classroom, I would say stick with New York Public Library or openlibrary.org. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them under this video. But the main goal right now is that you find a book and that you are ready to read for tomorrow. So that's your main goal, that you've accessed a source and that you have a book that you are ready to read starting tomorrow, Tuesday, March 25th. Good luck.